Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for the Amazing Spider-Man 2. And it's made by Medicom Toys, and it's from the MAFEX line. And I think this is the third one they've made. The first one I believe is Spider-Man 1, and I think they made a Batman. Now they finally have a Spider-Man 2, and this is pretty cool. When it first announced the first two, I kind of want to get the first Spider-Man. I heard a lot of good things about it. But it got to the point where it's unavailable and price just skyrocketed. And when I heard about the second one they're coming up with, so I'm really excited for this. Right, so here's the box art. It's my first MAFEX toy, like I said before. And this looks pretty cool. In comparison, I think the only other Spider-Man I have is the Figma. So that's pretty much the only way I can compare this with. I usually collect Japanese toys. Yeah, there we go. So from here, seems like articulation is really great. That looks amazing. Alright, let's take a look inside. Alright, we got the base here, and it says copyright Marvel. Another copyright 2014 CP2. I'm not sure what that CP2 means. Maybe it stands for something. Not sure. Alright, and this is the arm. It's your standard arm with several screws on it. And this is the first time I've seen where the claw has a screw on it too. So this helps you get it tighter. Usually it's just a sandwich together. I already loosened it up. So make sure you have a Phillips screwdriver to tighten or loosen the joint. Otherwise, you don't want to turn this while it's tight. You might end up breaking it. And we'll just push this here. There we go. It's kind of weird that you would think that this will be in front, but I guess it's gonna be like this. There we go. And let's put this aside. Now let's look at Spider-Man. Alright, so the MAFEX is the one on the right, and Figma is the one on the left. Alright. There's actually quite a few differences. Obviously, they're not up to scale. The Figma is a lot smaller. And the MAFEX, it's a lot more, it looks a lot more skinnier. And I'm not too familiar with the suit, but something tells me that the second one might be having a darker blue, as we can see here. And again, we get the giant, or bigger eyes. And I think the Figma version is based off the first one. Yep. There we go. But we're gonna take a look at this more, since this is the review for it. Alright, and this guy, it looks amazing. Kind of like the Figma, you have the texturized feel. You get that looks like a metallic red, and you get all that texture, which is really cool. It really makes you wonder how they painted that. It's really nice. Even the blue, it's textured as well. Really nice. And unlike the Figma, the joint is not that crazy looking. Well, it doesn't have the Figma joint, as you can see on the back side there, which could be unsightly for some. And yeah, in terms of articulation, you got all. This is really nice. Get the mid-torso here, the waist, hips, legs, ankles, and a toe. Very articulate. Now, I find that this part here is kind of, just dangling a little bit, and that kind of irks me. But after a while, I just realized, maybe it's okay. Because he can hold certain poses once you raise his arm. So I just want to point that out. Maybe I'm just not too familiar with this. Yeah, it's my first one, so maybe that's just the joint system. I'll probably swap out the hands later on and do some poses, but yeah, this guy's amazing. Alright, so yeah, let's go over the hands. Alright, so for the hands, you actually have 5 pairs of hands total. And basically, you do get a pair, not like you get an extra right hand or an extra left hand that's unique from the other. Alright, so we already have this one, just relaxed hands. Let me just swap it out. And let's see how good is the wrist joint on this guy here. Oh, okay. It's a straight peg. Huh. I'm not sure how that I feel about this particular straight peg. Right. So just putting this on. There we go. We got the fist. Ready for some action. And you do have another pair, and let's just swap that out. There we go. Now Spidey's ready for some punching action. Next pair of hands is the open hand. It's basically what he used to, what do you call this? Stick to walls or mount on the floor. Yeah, you gotta have that hands. Alright, and let's go to the next one. Right, for the next one is his web shooter hands, and again you get a pair, and on top of that you also get a couple of this attach on, and you get 2 of them, so you can if you want to dual wield one left and the right. And you also have this extra piece right here which doesn't have any connection point, but I think it's just for him to hold it, which is the next one is right here. But first, let's go ahead and attach this web shooting thing. Pop this out. Just connect it on his wrist. And just wrap his hand right there. And there we go. So he does have that little cartridge underneath his, or just below his wrist. And that's actually quite nice. Alright, this other pair of hand where he's holding the web, and I guess that's what this one comes in. I don't think you can put it on the wrist. Yeah. And on the images, they also showed another way of mounting the web. It's with the closed fist and having this on the opposite side like this. Let's see if we can grab that right here. It's kind of like an illusion, as if he's grabbing it, but not quite. There we go. And I just popped the head off. There we go. Almost there. So this is when he's grabbing the web towards him. Yeah. It's actually pretty cool. Although maybe on a certain shot you may want to have it a little bit closer. Like so. And here's another shot, just combining both of them. And I guess you're probably gonna have a lot of fun reenacting a lot of the scenes from the movie, or just Spider-Man in general. This guy's very articulate, and just the hands that it comes with, you know, it's just enough to do pretty much the most of the thing that Spider-Man poses with. Yep. That wraps up the review for MAFEX Spider-Man 2. I have to say, this guy is amazing. Lots of possibility in terms of posing, and pretty much Spider-Man is all about the action poses. And I really like it. Now, this one doesn't have much accessories in terms of the Figma version, but I like the way it's sculpted, and he doesn't have that crazy hunch on the back as opposed to the Figma version right here. And actually, I really like this one a lot more. Although I find that his limbs are a little too elongated. It's kind of hard for him to have that when he's mounting on the floor. I kind of find that pose a little too hard, since, again, because of the long legs. But nonetheless, when his web's swinging, you know, it works. Alright, and other than that, actually I found out there is a deluxe version of this guy. And it's actually available in, I was looking online at Big Bad Toy Store for, it's actually a little bit more. Well, I guess because it's the deluxe version. But you get the skateboard, Andrew Garfield's alternate head, and a lot more accessories. But for me, I'm actually quite satisfied with just this one. Again, it's all about the action poses. But if you want playability, there's an option for that. Alright, that's about it for the review. If you have any questions, let me know. Still then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.